Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I got my buddy Jay Durbin from Tennessee Mojo here with me. Jay, you're going to show me how you won this World Championship trophy, right?
That I am. And the main goal for me today is show you how simple it is.
So I'm going to be able to take this secret recipe today and go beat you here at Memphis and May just a few days.
Well, I wouldn't say beat me, but you can try. You'll know you've been there.
Well, one of us is going to get that trophy this year.
That's it. I'll stand on stage with you any day.
All right. Well, hey, without further ado, Jay, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get this thing cooking.
Let's get to cooking, y'all. We got a couple slabs of loin back or baby back ribs. What are we going to do with these?
Well, I just want to take you through the process of me taking a full rack and take her down into a comp rack.
So you're just going to clean them up, make them easier to cook.
That's it.
I like that. And we cook baby backs at Memphis and May. And teams ask me all the time, how come we don't cook St. Louis cut ribs? Memphis is a baby back town, and that's why the Memphis and May World Championship, everybody cooks baby backs that wins. That's what you cooked last year, right?
That's what I cooked. I've joked around with people saying I'd love to come in and cook some spares, but deep down I'm scared to death. They know it's not going to work.
So how are we going to trim them down?
So what I want to do is come in, maybe 2 bones.
Are you looking for a specific number of bones, or are you just making it look good?
Honestly, I make it look good. We're not needing any of this.
And you can save those bones.
You can.
Cook them, deep fry them, cook them for beans.
I don't want to take off a lot of this fat because once it renders out, you're just going to have a lot of
It's going to make shiners. It's going to
shiners. So what I just kind of want to level it off just to make a more appealing looking rib and get off any hanglies or danglies, as I like to call them. That's about it on the top side. But like I said, we got to straighten these up. What I want to do is look at this straight edge, find your narrow edge, which is right here, and try to come through as straight as possible, kind of like you would cutting full set of spares down to St. Louis cut.
Squaring them off.
I'm just going to square them off. That's all I'm doing. Try to expose the bones where I can see them, and this is where stuff gets fun.
We get to play with some power tools.
We get to break out the power tool. Find your bone. Should come out. Now, we've got a square rack. Then all we got to do now is pull the membrane. If you can just get you a little place in the middle to get started.
And you're just taking that barrier off now.
That's it. Baby backs have a vein running right beside the bone. Some people will come in and cut them out, but that's just leaving it where if you got any disintegration, your bones are going to pop right out. I like to take my finger and just if there's any blood in there, just take it.
Squeeze it right out.
And just work it out.
So you're just putting pressure on it.
Just putting pressure on that vein, and then you can see there how that
might have made a dark spot.
Yeah.
So Jay, we ready for the seasoning now?
What I like to do is I start on the back and the sides. I want to start with this Killer Hog's Hot. So we just come in with a coat of it, and I don't mind going heavy. We're here for one bite. That's what you got to think of when you're cooking competition ribs.
And we're here to win.
We're here to win. So if I got to use 3 bottles on this 2 racks, I'm going to use it. Always get your sides and the Mojo. So what we've got now, we've got both rubs on the back. That's it. We just wait for about 10 minutes, let that sweat in, and we'll go from there. Then once we flip these things over, I want to reverse the order. I'm going to come first with my rub, the Mojo Barbecue. Like I said, I'm not scared to go heavy.
So why are we reversing them?
I like this because the hot gives just a little more color. I think it's got a little bit more red color to it, and that's why I'm going with it on top.
That paprika shines, don't it?
We're just going to let them hang out and sweat, and then we'll get them on the Outlaw. So now we've let these things set for about 15 minutes. You can see the rubs have sweated in.
I like that, the way they just kind of melt over the top.
Melts, and I believe, it's going to dye that meat just a little bit. That's how I like to see it. We're just going to lay them here in the middle.
Are you cooking your Memphis and May ribs on a stick burner?
On the Outlaw.
Somewhat similar to this?
It's on the Outlaw, just a little bit bigger.
I got you. So let's get it shut up, Jay.
There you go.
And we're just going to add wood as we need it about every 45 minutes.
45 minutes, we'll put a split on. These things run so smooth, you almost forget about it.
So Jay, it's been 45 minutes. We're going to look at these ribs.
We're looking at it. As you can see here on top, we're starting to get a little dry. So we want to start spritzing, and all we're going to use water. That's it. I just want to come in, and we're going to come in maybe every 15 minutes and just give her a nice little spritz.
So Jay, your ribs have been on Outlaw for 2 hours. We're going to take a look at them, see what's up.
So here's what we're looking for when it comes to color. You can see we've got that nice mahogany. None of the rub is coming off.
It's done adhered to the meat.
It's here, so we're ready to get over here to the wrapping station and get them wrapped up.
You got to have some tough hands, man.
Man, I mean, we've got a beautiful color. This is exactly what I'm looking for.
That's that deep red mahogany.
The deep red mahogany. Look at
That's
there.
beautiful.
Look there. If you got any of these little, I guess where the old bone marrow comes out,
Those stalactites.
just pick that mess off. I don't think a judge really wants it.
And that's just where some of that marrow is cooked out of the bone.
So now we're just gonna get to wrapping. I use light brown sugar. And I just wanna go about 1/4 cup. I wanna come in with a little bit more of my Mojo barbecue. That's gonna help just to keep that color. Then we're gonna come in with some spicy honey. All this is honey, a little bit of habanero pepper mixed in, because you gotta have a little heat in your ribs. I'm a fan of the bucket butter. I'm gonna say 4 to 5 tablespoons. Don't worry if you get your hands dirty. That's just part of
Barbecue.
it.
It's supposed to be dirty, right?
One last little thing that I've been doing here lately, and this is gonna help with the savoriness. So what we've got here is just some rendered down bacon fat.
Good old-fashioned bacon
And
fat.
maybe 2 tablespoons at the most.
You're just getting the essence
Just the
of
essence
bacon.
of bacon. And that's it. There's your wrap. We're gonna put this rack here on upside down, meat side down, and I do not put anything on the back. A lot of people come back and do the same process on the back. If you want to, you can. But what I will do, I'll go back with some more of that hot. Just give her a small dusting. And what's gonna happen, we wrap this up, it's kinda gonna steam. It's gonna keep that backside wet. That's gonna melt in that meat. And
2 layers of foil.
2 layers of foil. And make sure you wanna get it tight.
Tight as you can.
Tight as you can. And there you have it.
So Jay, we're starting with the layer of brown sugar, about 1/4 cup, sprinkle of Mojo. We're gonna hit it with the spicy habanero honey to give it a kick and a sweetness. Then we're gonna put the country crock on, the bacon fat, meat down, hot rub on the back. I got you.
That's it. And that's the
I
winning,
got you.
That's the winning recipe. And we're gonna get these back on. I'm gonna come back in 1 hour and start checking for tenderness. So let's close this baby down.
So Jay, at this point, you check them. You're looking for temperature, are you looking for looks, or what are we going on?
We're gonna look at a little bit of everything. I wanna see where we're at with bone pull. Let's open this up for you.
First few ribs, pull it
First
back.
ribs are pulled back. We got a little draw back here. I like to see a little bend. If you can see,
Flexing.
we flexing good. Then we can always go with a,
So how much?
we're setting at about 204, 205.
Ooh,
I
Jay.
think we're looking good.
That's money, man.
Let's wrap these up. And what I want to do, I want to get them in a cooler and let them rest for just a little bit. And what I like to use this here poor man's Cambro. I can't afford one of them big fancy ones.
Coleman
But,
party
But
stack.
man, these things are perfect size for ribs. I let them sit there for an hour
1 hour
before
in
we
the cooler.
finish it. That's it. So we're gonna stick them in there, put the lid on. So now we've let them rest. We're gonna get them out. I'm gonna open her up just like this. These ribs have soaked up all the juice I want, so we're gonna pour out the rest of it.
And you may not see it, but it's going into a garbage can
Or a bucket.
or a bucket.
We're gonna get us a wire rack here. That's just gonna make for easier transport. That's a rack right there. So that's what I like to see. Look at them bones on both sides.
Got drawback.
I got drawback.
But what I like, you didn't put the butter and the sugar and the honey and all that on the back side, so they don't bust as bad. This process right here is what's gonna put you in the money, right?
This is it. If you've got warm sauce, it's gonna cut down on your streaks. That thins it out a little. So I just wanna come over with just a little. I don't wanna go heavy. I just wanna brush it on. Get off all the excess. You just want a light layer. And I'm all about getting the bones too.
Then you want that sauce warmed up so it's spreadable, so it's not
it.
too thick. It just kind of runs and sits as a glaze, right?
That's it. We're gonna get us a little thumb grinder. What I've got in here is the same 2 rubs we use through the whole cook. We've got half hot and half Mojo barbecue. I just want to hit the back.
That's
That's gonna
a
get,
pop.
you're gonna get a fine grind. That way, when those judges bite into it, they're not gonna get chunkiness or
Too gritty,
too greedy. That's the word I was looking for.
because that's
That's
gonna
it.
melt in.
That's gonna be great. So we're gonna flip these over, and that's what a rib should look like. We're gonna do the same thing here, but first we're gonna do it in reverse order. I'm gonna cover this rib, and watch it. You can go a little heavier on spots where it's a little lighter. Just hit it with a little bit more.
Because those were cooked down in the butter, all the stuff that went in the wrap. You know, they're not as pretty to me as that backside, but you're getting all that back right
Getting it
now.
back. This is where we're getting our color back. I want to put her back on about 5 minutes. And all I want to do is dry this wetness out from that wrap. Just let it set in a little bit, dry out, and then we're gonna come back and sauce it. So
Back on the pit.
Back on the pit. And when I go back on, what I like to do is I like to get a little bit of cherry and go back on and get that last little kiss of smoke. Now we're gonna pull these off and get the final glaze on the top. Give you a look at what they look like.
Jay, those are absolutely beautiful. Dried that rub in, I like that. Got the color back from when they were in the wrap. Now all we need is that glaze, man.
We'll get that sauce back off.
Getting that glaze bath, right?
We don't want to go heavy. I just want to get a light glaze, so we're gonna brush off all the excess. Make sure to get all your bones. How's it look on that side, Malcolm? I can't see
It looks beautiful.
Alrighty. We're gonna go on for about 10-15 more minutes, and we're gonna be time to eat.
I'm ready.
Well, these been on the pit about 10 minutes. Let's see what these things look like.
Oh, we're ready to cut them, Jay. That's what I'm talking about.
No, we can't cut them just yet. We gotta show them off.
Those are
Look
beautiful.
at
That's a world-class rib right there.
Look at there. I would go the other way, but you know what's gonna happen?
They're gonna
We're
break.
gonna split them, and we ain't gonna look good.
Here, you grab the rib, I'll grab the rack. How about that?
Here.
I don't need the gloves.
You don't need, you're a man too.
Yeah, I'm a
Let's
man.
go for it.
All right.
Here we go. World Championship ribs.
So Jay, this is my favorite part of the day. I didn't get to try your ribs when you won Memphis MA. I was down there, sulking because we didn't get a call. But you're gonna cut these up for
This
us?
is gonna be your chance. We're gonna put just a little sauce down. That way we won't stick to the board.
I got you.
Pull that sauce off.
Little board sauce. huh?
Board sauce. I'll bring these over.
Now you can
There
see
you
what you're
have it.
doing,
Now,
right?
what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop the end bone.
Hollywood
And-
cut, right?
We're gonna take that off.
Is that just a
What do you
throwaway?
think?
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
just a
throw it
throwaway.
away. Let's see
I'm
what
gonna try it.
Mr. Reed thinks.
Smoke ring.
Because if it don't turn out, I'm
I
leaving.
know it. Oh, I know it's gonna turn out.
I'm gonna cut while you savor that.
Dang,
We got 2 bones.
I feel you.
Come in. 2 bones. Come in right down the middle. 2 bones. What you want to do, you want to
Paint those edges.
paint those edges. That way it's going to hold in any moisture. Just like that. And Michael, if you don't mind, if you could grab that little thumb grinder, hit that back. But remember what we talked about them judges?
It's that pop of
That's
flavor
it.
right there.
We're going to take them back over.
Notice they're still pretty on that top side.
And that's the way we're going to try to put them in the box. Clean it up just a fuzz. And there we have it.
That's it.
That's what wins the trophy. So you ready to?
Oh,
see
we
what
got
the
we
judges gonna
got
do?
to try what the judges. We got to judge you, right, Jay?
That's it.
I'm gonna
So
grab this one
hopefully-
on the end right here.
I'm gonna grab the one in the middle. 'cause that's
So
the
what
way
we're
I
looking
like it.
for is that pull apart.
apart.
That's what that whole Hollywood thing
Look at
is.
there.
So if you can take that rib, get that bone off
Bone out.
there. Look at that. It's juicy.
Oh,
I get all that smoke
Wow.
from it, a little bit of the cherry, a little bit of the pecan, the spice on the back side from that little thumb grinder action. That's awesome, man.
I'm
I
gonna-
see why.
I'm
I
gonna-
see why you done so well,
I'm gonna sit over and eat. I think the camera lady needs a little bit. What do you think?
man.
There you go.
So Jay, I think you may be onto something with this recipe, man. I know if you run it at Memphis in May, these are going to turn out fantastic. Appreciate you coming out, sharing your secrets with us, what it takes to be a world champion. I'm going to try to live up to this recipe just here in a few days at Memphis in May myself. You know I'm going to have to use a little bit of this with what I got to try to up you, right?
Hey, what I've got, I gave to all of you. My philosophy is I hope everybody at Memphis May comes in on the rib side, use this recipe. We'll see who the best cook is.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Hey, I appreciate y'all checking out the video here today. Hope y'all picked up some tricks from my man Jay. Jay, where can they find you, man?
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Making It Mojo.
Making it
And
Mojo.
we got the Instagram at Tennessee Mojo Barbecue, and same at Facebook. Leave us a message if you like what you saw here, and we'll answer questions.
Hey, if you come down to Memphis in May, y'all go check Jay out. Nuts and Butts, right?
Nuts and butts.
Y'all know where y'all can find me. How to Barbecue Right. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're even doing some TikTok videos, and who knows, I might get Jay in on some of that action. Shell and I will talk about this recipe on our weekly podcast. Y'all give that a listen too. We'll see y'all next time.